Hello, welcome back to my channel, and here I am with another video. On this video, I will give you a basic idea how you can repair this C300. It's a 2017 Mercedes Benz. As you can see, the seat, first, don't think because it is a Mercedes Benz that customer will replace the old seat cover with the original, or he will want to make the whole new cover. No, sometimes customer don't want to spend money. I will replace just the perforated vinyl. And don't think because it is a Mercedes, it is other leather that cover. No, it is all vinyl and fabric. First, you have to remove this bolt. It is a TX number 12. That's the socket, and you're going to remove 4 bolts, 2 on the front and 2 on the back. Then you have to disconnect it. No matter what you do, soon as you disconnect it, the battery's airbag sensor will activate it. You have to pay to get it activated. So first you press it right here and remove that connection, and then you have to remove this yellow too. It had 2 small like tips on the end, and you have to press it and squish it and then pull it, and that you disconnect the same thing right here. Press the secure button and then move it, and that's all what you need. And then be careful when you remove it. Don't scratch those plastic, don't scratch the paint, and you have to take it to the table. Then you have to remove this plastic, get a flat screwdriver, same thing right here, flat screwdriver, and pull it, and you will see those clicks. Some Mercedes Benz Seat, you don't have to remove the whole base out of the car. No, you just can remove the bottom cushion. But on this one, you have to remove everything. See that plastic, it is with the rivet. Same thing right here. I pull them on the bottom, I pull them on the back, and then right here it comes the 2 pieces like a click at each other. You have to put a flat screwdriver and separate those pieces, and then when those pieces are separated, you have to pull it right here and then up, and then you just unplug because it is a connection right there, and that's it. Then you have to remove one more plastic. That plastic comes with rivet, so you have to remove the rivet. There are a lot of different ways you can remove the rivet. I will use a drill, 1/4 inch drill bits, and those rivets are a quarter of an inch. So I use a 1/4 inch drill bit. Then I pull it right here, up, and then forward, and that's it. I just disconnect it. And this piece is out. To start removing the cover, right here, look like if those pieces are sewing each other, but it's not. There is attached with plastic. So I separate that plastic, and right here is tricky. I just remove that plastic. I will show you how you can separate this piece in case if you don't know how, because I know a lot of people, they do this so often and they know how to do it too. So if you are one of those, thank you so much for being here. But if you don't know, here is how you're going to remove this piece. Okay, I remove part of the cover, and then right here are some click, some plastic. You have to push some of those plastic in order to remove that metal out of there. How? See that plastic? You have to push it, all of them. Push it and pull it forward, because that's the way how the metal is gonna come out. Pull it forward. See, I just push it and pull it forward, and it's same thing right here. And to put it back, you have to put the metal on top and push it back. That's the way how that metal is gonna come out. This one, it is so easier. There are some other Mercedes Benz that is so hard to remove that part. So I just remove it. Now I push it back, push it forward, and that's out. Now I have to separate the rest of the cover. See, this belongs to the seat. There is a connection, just be careful. You have to unplug. And this to remove this cover. You see it is a plastic. It is a J plastic. Simple, separated from the metal. And right here on the back, it is one more plastic. You have to separate it. ID, and you have to disconnect it. Be careful with everything that you do. Be careful. And here is the part. Or I remove the frame out of the table, and this come with hand ring. There are some other Mercedes that it come with click. This come with hand ring, and you have to cut those hand ring. Be careful when you are cutting. Make sure to remove all those hand ring because it have a heater. This seat have a heater. If one of those metal or the hand ring touch the heater, it will blow out the fuse. And I made sure no hand ring pieces. There is one. And I move out of the table. Then I put some mark in there. Those marks are so essential when you are going to sew in together. Make sure to put mark, or you can use the old mark. Then you have to unstitch it. I suggest a customer to buy a new cover because it is Mercedes. He say no. And then I suggest him to make the whole new seat cover. He say no. He just say I need just a small repair. And this is what I am doing right now. Unstitch it using some old pieces and replace the center piece. See that white lifting? Inside is a wire, and same thing right here. I'm going to reuse this piece, and same thing right here. Just replace the perforated vinyl, and I put 2 marks. And I stitch it. Sometimes it is harder to replace some pieces than to make the whole new seat cover. Sometimes, not in this case. You have to unstitch all those pieces that you're going to reuse, and be careful. Don't cut it, don't damage it, because remember, you're going to use it again. So we'll use that one. That one is plain vinyl, and I put all of this on the sewing machine. Then you get the old piece. I'm going to use for the front piece, I'm going to use a 1/4 inch headliner. For the insert, I'm going to use a 1/2 inch. So then I put the old piece, I put a waist on top, and make sure to stretch that piece. And then I trace it exactly like the old one. And then I put those marks. When I done tracing the old piece, I use a glue. I am using the spray can glue because it is not necessary to use the heavy duty glue on this case. No, it is not necessary. You can buy all these in any upholstery supplies in the United States. In case if they don't have it, they will order for you. Or you can buy, I'm not sure about the vinyl, but you can buy everything else on Amazon or eBay. Then I fold it by half, and I put a mark on the center. And I had that piece. Right here is, I cut it. I am not making nothing new here. It's had the same cut as the old one. The wire will be through that cut. And I put glue right here. Then I will put the old piece. So simple. If you only work on furniture, I think the hardest part for you will be removing the seat out of the car. I think if you only work on furniture, that will be the hardest part for you. Then the rest will be so easy because you used to unstitch furniture cover, and cutting and sewing. And maybe remove those plastic out of the seat. See, I am tracing the new piece by the old one, and I am using the ruler right here. Make sure those pleats are the same width. Then I trim it around. Here I have it. I put those marks. So simple, huh? A lot of people don't like to do a repair. A lot of people don't like. So I got the front piece first. Simple. I will put a stitch all around. That's what I did. And there are some plastic that I'm going to reuse it. I would draw a line right here. I forgot to do it before, so I will use a silver ink, Fisher silver ink, and I will sew the old piece in there. Because I am putting the same piece, I have to make sure that to hit the same hole, exactly where the old hole are, there will be the stitch, the new stitch, and then I will put a top stitch exactly on top of those holes. So and you can see him on there, but it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. We used to do this a lot, and those guys who work for this for a long time, they do this a lot. But if you are new, maybe it will be hard for you to hit the same hole. I will remove this plastic because I will reuse it, and look the shape of those plastic. Same right here. I will put them into there, and then I will use the same pressed foot, the same one, the standard one, the one that I always use. I zoom in a little bit, and same thing right here. I will put this plastic in there. Just take your time, do it one and do it right. On the other plastic, I will replace the pressed foot to make it easier. So I got that piece. Now I will sew the side to that piece. If you don't have experience doing working on seat, before you take them apart, everything, make sure to take a photo or video. Believe me, that might help you in case if you remember how all those pieces are attached. Maybe you don't see it, but I put some marking there. You see the mark that I made it, and those marks has to match in there. I put some notches, and they has to match each other. No matter what, they has to match. And I done with that piece already. I got it right here, and let's flip it over, and let's see how it looks. And that is on the side fabric. Then the top is perforated by now. I will put a mark right here because I will put a stitch, and on top of that mark I will put the puller material that it already comes with the, it's not a wire, but it's something hard. I put glue in there, and then I will make sure to put the stitch, the old stitch, exactly on top of that mark. And there it is. So now I will put those stitches on top of the line, and that color thread right here, it is light gray, so I am using the same color. Then I will sew all around. This is the old plastic. It's a J plastic, and it comes with other puller material in there. So this is hard. You have to use for this left presser foot to simplify. You can do this with the regular presser foot, but it will be, especially if you don't have experience, this will be hard for you. And with this accessory, it's way easier. So I got that one right there. Then I will keep sewing, and there it is. Now it is time to sew this old piece. I put some notches, and I made sure to match it, and it has to match each other. Right here, maybe you don't see it, those notches are matching each other on this process, but I am making sure. to match. What happens if those notches don't match by a ½ inch or by 3/4 of an inch? That is a lot. If that is your case, I recommend you to stop sewing and see what is wrong with those notches, because we'll create a big difference. The cover will look crooked and might be with a lot of wrinkle, and will look weird if those notches don't match by ½ or 3/4 of an inch. But I don't see why it's not going to match if you mark it right. Maybe if you pull in one of those pieces, maybe that's why. So I'm done with that piece. I will put a listing under. This listing is folded, it's 1.5 inches, but I will take in ½ inch with the stitch, so at the end will be 1 inch. That's how the old one was. And I'm done. So now I take it to the table and put the wire through the listing in there. And then I will use this hand ring plier. I have a pneumatic tool to do this. Maybe if you haven't followed me on my Spanish channel, I have a lot of videos related to my pneumatic tool. I will use the hand ring plier with those hand ring. You can buy all that in any upholstery supplies in the United States, even Amazon, eBay, a lot of stores they have it. So I'm making sure to grab part of the lifting with the wire and attach with the foam cushion, and same thing all around. A lot of people put the hand ring on the mouse. I don't. I just put them on the table and I'm grabbing there one by one. Same thing right here. I'm going to finish this side. Get a hand ring. Just make sure remove any remainings of the old hand ring. Don't leave nothing inside there. Got them on there. I squish it and those pieces grab each other. So now it's time to put this one back. This one don't come with the hand ring. It comes with those little metal in there, and you can see it. And the plastic will go through there. Simple, so simple. Put this. This doesn't come with glue, so I just get them and put them exactly like how it was. And make sure to put the plastic in, and you will see it clearly when the plastic is grabbing inside those metal. Maybe you don't see it clearly right here, but this gives you a big idea how you can do it in case if you never done it. If you do motorcycle seat, if you work on boat interior, if you work on furniture, but you never work on car interior, this gives you a big idea. So now I pull this part, I pull it from the back. Make sure any connection that you unplug, make sure to connect it back. Make sure. So right here, this is so simple. I make sure that part is in. Then I folded this plastic to grab part of that metal. I didn't put an extra padding because it don't need it. It doesn't need it. Sometimes I do ½ inch, but if I add a ½ inch on the seat, it will be too much. Believe me, it will be too much, and it doesn't need it at all. The phone is in good condition. If you have been following me for a long time ago, you know when the phone need a repair or when the phone need a extra padding, I put it without hesitating. I put it. So now it is time to put this one. I put it first on the front, then I will put it right here on the back. I will pull it down, hit it a little bit, and that is right position. I will put this rivet 1/4 inch thickness. You can use a manual rivet gun, but I will use this one. This one is way easier and simple for me. It's a snap-on rivet gun, and that is put the plastic. First I put the plastic on the front, then you will hear a click, a noise. That means the plastic is grabbing with the other part. And right here, pay attention to those 4 plastic. See that shape that it have? You see that shape that it have right here? So that plastic, it has to go in here. 4. Put him on there. Make sure to match, and then you have to hit it a little bit back. And that is so simple. So simple. This Mercedes Benz Seat, it is so easy to take them apart. There are some Mercedes seat and backrest that are a pain in the back to remove all those pieces. But this one is way easier. And I put the steamer on top, just making sure because you work with vinyl and sometimes you put something into the machine and that will create a mark, and with the steamer you are making sure to remove any fold or any wrinkle in case if it come up with wrinkle. I will take it to the car. I already put them in. I didn't show you how because you see me removing, so not a big deal. There is the seat cover done. And right there, the customer should buy the whole new cover from the factory, or should let me make it all new. But he said don't, and I just make a repair, and I show you how you can do it. After this, I go into vacuum the driver's side and the passenger side, and then I going to clean all those plastic and make sure it look nice. So because it is a Mercedes, as soon as you remove the seat, keep in mind that the airbag sensor will activate it, and you have to let the customer know that he will be activating. He has to pay to deactivate it. In this case, I just call the mechanic. The mechanic will come with the machine, and it's like a scanner machine, and they just deactivate it, and they charge me. Sometimes they charge me $35 or $45 to deactivate it, and I add that to the customer bill. So my friend, if you are learning these trades, on this video I give you a big idea how you can make this kind of repair. Keep in mind that because it is Mercedes, you're not going to charge the same. If it is a Mercedes and you are doing almost the same thing in the Toyota 2009, and you charge, let's say you charge $150, just an idea, you charge $150 on the Toyota 2009 to do something like that, like you just saw me doing it, you are not going to charge the same price on a Mercedes. You might ask me why, if it is almost the same job. Yes, it is almost the same job, but the responsibility, it is bigger in this car than the Toyota. Keep that in mind. Make sure to charge more than a regular job. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoy. If that was the case, don't forget to hit that like button, smash the bell if you haven't done it yet. That way you will receive a notification every time that I upload a new video. And any comment, leave it in the comment section of this video. So thank you so much. See you on the next video. Ciao, ciao.